The discussion about humans, machines and work tends to be a discussion about some undetermined point in the far future. But it's time to face reality. The future is now. This quote is from Moshe Vardi, Professor of Computer Science of Rice University. We used this in a short article we wrote in May 2016. The quote is quite accurate because there have been many developments since. People often think about physical robots when they think about automation. However, software alone, specifically artificial intelligence or AI, might be a much bigger threat for jobs. And it might be coming for your job much sooner than you think. Anyone who wants to speak seriously about employment or indeed the near future of human society must take AI advancements into account. Many people argue that if jobs are automated, the government should cover for unemployment. For example, by taxing robots and software to finance retraining, working fewer hours or a universal basic income, etc. But what if the computers are not in your country? Then there's no money to offset unemployment. Thus, countries that have not innovated enough could get into a downward spiral. This could be avoided with some visionary thinking. Here's why and what we need to do to benefit from having to work less as a society. Not everybody realizes AI is already everywhere. Google, Facebook, cars, phones, airplanes, financial markets, etc. This form of AI, artificial narrow intelligence, can do specific tasks much better than a human already. This means it can fly an airplane or trade stocks, but if you ask it to play a game of chess or drive a car, it has no idea. But things are changing. Some of the current developments were thought off limits even a few years back. Look at this graph, inspired by Tim Urban from waitbotwhy.com. This is where many experts in the field think we are right now. If you look back, all looks fairly normal. But if you look to the near future, however, last year, Google's DeepMind AI AlphaGo beat one of the best players of the Chinese board game Go. You might think, so what? Computers have been beating humans at chess for years. Chess games were won by computational power and labor-intensive pre-programmed features by experts. The chess computer calculates millions of possibilities and chooses the best. For Go, this does not work because there are many orders of magnitude more possibilities. The game requires some sort of intuition. What is also different is that AlphaGo taught itself how to play. Not only that, the software can teach itself to do many other things too. It uses deep reinforcement self-learning. To learn the game of Go, the program watched 100,000 amateur games online. This is known as deep learning. This enabled the system to mimic the strong amateurs. To reach the level of top humans, the system played 30 million times against itself. In the process, getting better by avoiding its errors when playing against older versions of itself. This is called reinforcement learning, getting better just by practicing against itself. And not only for the game of Go, the system is also teaching itself how to play computer games. For simple computer games like Space Invaders, the system could reach superhuman level in just one day. Superhuman level means better than a human could ever be. In 2017, it's DeepMind's goal to beat humans at modern highly strategic video games such as StarCraft. It's even getting more astonishing when taking into account that an AI from the Australian National University repeated a complicated 2001 Nobel Prize winning experiment in just 1 hour. A regular non-AI computer would have needed longer than the age of the universe to complete this task. These systems are thousands of times faster than a human. This means a system that's just as smart as a human could read and understand thousands of books or websites per day instead of one book per day that a normal human is able to read. Probably these AIs can be superhuman accountants or any other office job in no time. In Japan, an insurance firm is already replacing some of its workers with AI. Currently, these systems still require a lot of expensive computational power, but as technology advances, this will become cheaper and cheaper soon. Think about how much power a PC or a phone has now compared to just 10 years back. Then combine that with cloud technology where computing power is rented relatively cheaply. Currently, IBM's AI Watson is working together with doctors on diagnosis and treatments. The AI diagnoses are much more accurate than those of human doctors. Google's DeepMind AI is also working with hospitals in the UK on medical research. These systems can analyze data much faster than a human can. This makes it much easier for AI to spot patterns that otherwise stay unnoticed. Connect these systems to the internet and they will always be up to date with the latest research and medicine. All this, in combination with the fast replication of the Nobel Prize winning experiment, we could be expecting many breakthroughs and advancements in medicine, science, etc. Maybe we can find new cures for illnesses such as cancer or solve climate change in ways humans would not have thought of. Since these AIs are software based and sufficient computation power will be available in the not so distant future, it is not difficult to imagine a time where this will replace office workers on a large scale. Software is easy to replicate many times over once the first working version is created. Other than with physical robots, an office job replacing software is easily located anywhere in the world. This could have severe consequences for the income distribution between countries. If tomorrow someone invents a cheap, super-fast chip, AI could take over the job market by storm. And the key is, super-fast chips will become available cheaply for sure. Maybe in 1, 5 or 10 years, but they will come, so we better prepare. Automation has already had a large impact on employment. For example, the large Chinese smartphone supplier Foxconn is already replacing many workers by robots, and Amazon is creating shops without employees. Taking all these advancements into account, Donald Trump and others, their rhetoric against globalization and attempt to bring back manufacturing jobs will possibly be remembered as a Don Quixote fight. We think this is very likely. Time will tell. In part 2 we look at practical solutions so that we can all benefit from automation. For a country like Spain, there is a way to increase innovation, fight the causes and consequences of climate change and the impact of automation all at the same time. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, and please let us know your ideas on YouTube, Fazil.es, Facebook and Twitter. Many thanks for watching and see you next time.